I think for today, we will look into upgrading Heaven's Industry District, because we still have a lot of builds around here with those very nice yellow roofs, and I think this whole area could definitely benefit from a bit more colour within it. So let's make a start on things then, and we will begin by upgrading our mine to tier 5. Which I don't think that we are going to get anything too different from a tier 5 mine, but it will still be nice getting one up and working here for us. We do have the 5 builders of course, so let's start getting some other builds upgraded here as well. I will get Cyrus upgrading our smeltery build to tier 5, which this should be an interesting build to get up to tier 5. Because I believe then that Finnegan here should be able to start getting us out triple the amount of ingots from all of the raw ores that he takes in and smelts for us. I don't believe the sawmill gains any additional benefits from being tier 5, but regardless I will have Ava come out and she can upgrade that for us. If nothing else, the build will receive some more recipe slots that we can teach some more wooden item recipes to, so that will be nice. The house and courier's hut are both already up at tier 5, so on to the last build then within this area, and that is Jedediah's dyer's hut, which we will upgrade to tier 5, or Andy will upgrade that to tier 5 for us. And again, I don't believe that's going to be any new additional benefit to this build, just some more recipe slots, which again will be handy. The area that we're stood in here is basically just for some housing and a courier's hut, so what I might do is just end this area here by maybe placing in a few more housing builds and then maybe continue our wall from the opposite end of the mountain there, just along the length here, and we will cap off this area in particular. So let's get a house build up then, and I think that's an alright place for it within the mountainside there. And Luella, you are going to be the lucky one travelling all the way out here just to construct that one for us. We'll also put in another house build just beside it, so let's go ahead with that. Then a little bit of protection from a guard's tower, followed by yet another house build, and one final one just in the corner there, a little bit further away from the other one. But there is a reason for that, which we will come on to right now actually, because I have this guard's tower here, this alternative Asian style guard's tower, and we have this tunnel leading all the way through here, which will eventually lead all the way out to this new housing area that we have at the back here. So just having that house placed a little bit further to the side is all we needed there. And to round this whole area off then, we will also place in another pagoda fountain decoration, pretty much just in the middle of all of the houses around it. So let's go with that. And that should leave plenty of room just at the back here to bring the wall down and just encase all of this area here. Brilliant. Now, before we even begin looking down that end of our industry district, let's check up on how our builders are getting on here. Ava is working on the sawmill to tier 5, just awaiting in some stripped dark oak logs, but pretty much has everything else that she requires for the build. Alia, on the other hand, is upgrading our mine, and I've already seen in our open request system that there's a few items here on this list that she's going to require. Cyrus is upgrading the smeltery to tier 5 and is awaiting in some blocks of coal and some endstone bricks, and then that's him supplied for it. of which the blocks of coal are on the request list. But now that our mechanic knows how to make some blocks of coal, that will no longer be the case. Andy is working on the dyer's hut to tier 5, and this is quite a big ask for this build in particular. I'm not sure if there's any build that can make dead coral fans for us. I will maybe need to do that myself. But there is certainly a few items here on the open request list that I will need to sort out for her. Most of them are just simple recipes that we teach to the Fletcher here, so that's no issue. And the other ones are then just simple recipes that we then teach to the sawmill. So finally we have Luella, who is working on a brand new tier 1 house, which will be pretty simple to get up. The only difficult part of this build is the initial clearing out of it. So let's help you out with that then, pal. And that's Cyrus just finished with the smeltery there to tier 5. Brilliant, son. That was nice and quick of you. And the yellow roofs have been replaced with some brown shingles instead. So that's nice. Right, Finnegan, triple ingots for us, please. I seen that Cyrus has picked up the work order for the pagoda fountain in the middle there. So I guess I better help them establish an area to actually build this on. It seems that today I'm just going to be spending most of my time out in this new area helping out the builders. Damn, Cyrus, you are an absolute beast here today. Holy crap, we are going to get these builds up so quick. Yup, we certainly are. That's already 90% done. Damn, damn, damn. And in fact, that's it just completed there. Nicely done then, Cyrus. This is only at tier 1 though, so let's get you back out here and upgrading this to tier 2, then finally to tier 3 for us. I can see on top of our mine that they are also now starting to get in these brown shingles. Again, just removing the nasty yellow ones. Nicely done here then, Elia. We are making good progress with this. Well, sometimes. And Eva too is making some good progress here with the sawmills upgrade. Are all of these builds just getting in brown oak shingles rather than the thatched oak ones? I get the feeling that we are just going to replace all of the yellow roofs around here with brown ones instead. So the idea of getting some colour into this area might not actually happen. But at least they will be up at tier 5, and I suppose that's all that really matters. And that's Eva just finished with the sawmill. Excellent work there, pal. Hopefully she will pick up one of the builds just across here then and come out and assist us with this area, which she has, and of course will require a little bit of assistance just clearing out this area. Which, to be fair, is no skin off of my back, seeing as I will need some blocks to fill out the areas around here and maybe trap some idiots within it. And I was sure that I'd just seen Andy there, so that's good. She's now starting to receive some items for the dyer's hut upgrade here. There she's on the roof, replacing the yellow with at least some different colour, going for green instead. But she's making some good progress with that, and again, once she's done with it, maybe she can come out here and assist us with our little project area that we have here. And Luella has just finished a tier 1 house over here for us. So unless she picks up another build, I will get her back out and she can construct this to tier 2 for us. We are definitely making some fast progress with this new area here. Things are going very, very smoothly here today. Admittedly, we would be making faster progress on some of our builds if some of our builders were behaving themselves, but at least progress is being made overall. Yup, about bloody time there, Aelia. And this build has specifically been designed just to piss me off, I think. We are getting a mixture of brown clay shingles and the yellow ones. Oh well, at least we have a tier 5 mine now. And I've just realised that the tier 5 sawmill is pretty much the same way here. Brilliant. We do have a guards tower set up here, and this is what is basically going to act as the entrance to this pathway that we have running all the way down the length here. So what I think I will do is place in yet another one of those alternative style guard towers just for the exit to this part here. I think that's okay placed. Just to be sure, I will push it back a little bit so it's away from the house build there, and let's go ahead with that. Then basically what I'm going to do within this little pathway that we are creating here is copy the industry district walls just to the opposite side, and then we'll get some roads and pathways placed within here as well. Or better yet, maybe we will place in some rails instead. I think we will just go for the Nordic style because it is fairly simple and open as well, so it can act as both a railway and a pathway along the place. And the stone bricks there are in keeping with the stone bricks of the walls as well. So yeah, I think we will place down some Nordic themed rails for this. And we will start the ball rolling for it just by placing our first rails there. And basically all I've done is give myself even more work to do here, but it'll be worth it whenever this area is up and looking pretty decent. And that is Cyrus just finished with the pagoda fountain build across the way here. Nicely done, son. But guess what you're coming out to do next? And guess what I need to come out and do next? I've done this to myself, I suppose. No one to blame but myself. Well, Cyrus has picked up the railway system instead then, which is also fine. That shouldn't take him too long to do actually. He will be back out to upgrade the pagoda build after he's done the railway system there, but at least that's something else then that we're getting done here today. And on the topic of getting things done, I can see that Aelia is out making good progress with the new guards tower. Beside it, Ava is also making good progress with the house, and I believe that Luella is currently constructing this house here to tier 2 for us. So things are definitely falling into place pretty nicely here. Andy should be wrapping up very shortly with this build, and that will be a tier 5 dyer for us. And there it is actually. Brilliant, Andy. Right, get your ass into gear and come out and help us with these ones. Well, you get the general idea of what we're currently working on out here, and roughly how long it's going to take us to complete all of these builds. So, time jump incoming, and I'll see you in a bit once we've made some more progress in this area. And just like that, more progress has been made. The power of editing, eh? So this whole area was mainly just designed to put in a few more houses for our idiots here in heaven, and I think it's turned out not too bad actually. It definitely looks really quite cozy inside of the industry district here. The pagoda fountain is now up at its maximum of tier 3 and is looking pretty good, and we are slowly starting to work on the outside walls of this whole area, just to kind of cap it all off, which I think Andy is across the way starting on this. There is still a bit more work to do here, as you can see, and I think Cyrus is also out here constructing more walls, but we will get there with that. To the side of all of our new builds, we have up another guard tower, and this one then leads through into a rail tunnel to take you over to the other side, which I have decorated with some more cherry blossom trees. And yeah, it's a tunnel at the end of the day, nothing too exciting, but our idiots are able to use the rails here to get back and forward nice and quick. I did get Ava, or asked Ava, to create a yin and yang decoration for us in this area here, which she has done. It's just underneath all of the cobblestone items that I have on top. That's a lot more like it then. Well done, Ava, good job with this. But I am definitely pleased with today's progress. A few more housing here for a few more idiots is definitely what was needed, especially with our colony growing just as fast as it is. We still have a lot more of our industry district to look at and upgrade a few more builds within it, but I think we will maybe pick that up at another point, because we really still do have a lot to clean up around here, and it's really not until I get up nice and high and just see the overall scale of the industry district here until I am reminded just how much more that we have to do within this district. But plenty of time for all of that for another day. Thank you very much for watching today's episode of Heaven and Hell. And until next time, bye for now everyone. Bye bye.